You have at least 12 months of active service, all right? You're a National Guard or Reserve and not on active duty. This includes members of the individual ready, reserve, and selected reserve, right?
Which which members would fall in this category? What was the day mark there? So these would be guys that are less than 30 days on duty. They're falling under this.
All right. And it covers your family members of a uniform service sponsor. This means you are a spouse, unmarried, dependent child, stepchild, or adopted child. All right.
Just pay attention to the age because it's different from your previous one. An easy way that I remember this is dental is more expensive care, so they're not going to cover it for as longer period of time. So instead of 21 to 26, it's going to be 21 to 23. And I think 23 has that criteria that we talked about, either a student, unmarried. Sometimes I think it's like incapacitated or something like that too, where they have some sort of medical condition preventing them from being stable on their own. Correct.
So a lot of things with Tricare, really the rule of thumb is remembering the ages, the percentages covered, and the time frames you have to enroll. So I've seen a lot of those type of questions on the exam. All right, so what is a Tricare dental program? Right, so it's cost effective, it minimizes your out-of-pocket costs for dental, right? The coverage is worldwide, and it's flexible, so family members can keep the Tricare dental program coverage when their sponsor changes status. Also, the Tricare dental program coverage for family members stays in place as National Guard and Reserve sponsors move in and out of active duty, right? So you can choose any licensed and authorized dentist. However, you'll save time and money seeing a Tricare dental program network dentist.
So the reason why they said 12, I want to make it make sense for you for the 12 months too, right? They have to say you have at least 12 months left, because what happens is that's how you enroll your guys for this program. So say you have a bunch of kids, they reach a certain age, you have to go into the system and enroll in the program. So I think I pay like $36 a month for my whole family. That's covered for the entire 12 months. So it's like your SGLI and boot camp where they took it out every paycheck. They have to do that for Tricare Dental, so you have to have at least that 12-month period of being enrolled into the program.
All right, this is saying that they check the years to make sure that you're eligible for the program, right? So family members, ages and older can update contact information in years, right? So only sponsors can add family members. To add a family member, you'll need to show supporting documents. So basically, your marriage certificate, your birth certificate, stuff like that. Right? So for National Guard and Reserve coverages, it provides uninterrupted coverage to National Guard and Reserve members and their families, even when the sponsor changes status. Right? So the National Guard and Reserve sponsors who are not activated can enroll in the Tricare dental program. National Guard and Reserve family members can enroll at any time, even if the sponsor doesn't enroll. All right, so it goes in the dental care for active duty family members. So service members, basically saying, so service members who are activated for more than 30 days go on to active duty dental benefits and no longer in the Tricare dental program, right? And then the bottom is pretty much saying family members can keep the Tricare dental program during you guys' active duty time.
So don't get that confused, right? So active duty might not get Tricare dental program when they're, but they get ADDP. So that's the active duty dental program where if they have specialty services that aren't offered at the facility they're at, they get referrals out in town to get braces or oral maxillofacial surgery or any of those services in general.
All right, so then when the Reserve and the Guard active duty ends, they can go back to the Tricare dental program and go to their families if they choose to. All right, so National Guard and Reserve civilian benefits. So if you're a member of the National Guard or Reserve and you can't get and you can get dental coverage through a civilian employer, make sure the plan provides enough coverage before you enroll. Compare the features, benefits, and yearly maximums of the civilian dental plan with the Tricare dental plan. Before enrolling in the dental program, ask your civilian employer if you can re-enroll in the civilian dental plan if your National Guard or Reserve status ends. Right. And then here, these are the coverages right here.
I don't think I've ever been on a test,
I've
but
seen it all the time.
But like I said, they're only going to pay a certain percentage because dental services are super expensive. The things that you do need to pay attention to, which I've seen on there and it's not really said, you're entitled to a cleaning and an exam for free every year. That's where you see the 0%, right? Their family members are at least entitled to that. Anything extra, they will have to pay that percentage above. So it's good news for you to know, say you're deploying with your family somewhere and they have to get dental care. That's how much they're going to have to pay out of the total cost. Out of the 50% of pros or implants, and then 30% of any oral surgery procedures.
You say this is for dependents,
Yep.
but it's for OCONUS and nothing until you get to.
I mean, people are still OCONUS have their. Does this only say CONUS? Yeah, I think they fall into a special category with certain services over there because they're in a different realm. They have some of those clinics already set up, but any implants, pros, or ortho, you're still paying only 50% of that amount.
As a dental tech, the reason OCONUS is more likely they're being treated at the hospital, the family members are, so it's going to be covered like an active duty service member when you're at OCONUS.
Tracking.
Anything else? Any questions? All right, so if you want to find a dentist, there's a website right there. All right, so the dental plan owner services areas include Guam, obviously the U.S., Puerto Rico, and U.S. Virgin Islands.
So that's United Concordia, if you didn't know that web address. One, that's on the test for who covers dental services is going to be United Concordia. Two, for your own personal knowledge, that is where you're going to search dental Tricare providers. Right there, you can search within a 50-mile radius and it'll pop everybody up to where you're selecting them for your family members. You already know they're going to be Tricare covered.
All right, so if you use a Tricare dental program network dentist, the dentist follows the Tricare dental program rules and costs for care. You won't have to pay more than your regular cost share for the covered services. Your dentist files your claims for you. Non-network dentists haven't agreed to use the Tricare dental program rules and costs of care. All right, so if you use a non-network dentist, you may be billed the full fee for your care. So keep that in mind. They're gonna bill you if the dentist is not in the network. You pay the cost share plus the difference between the Tricare dental program's maximum allowance and what the dentist charge. You may have to complete and submit your own claims. The dental program OCONUS service areas include all areas outside the CONUS service areas. This includes covered services provided on a ship or vessel outside the territorial waters of the CONUS service area. So basically, what it's saying, if you use a non-network dentist, be prepared to come out your pocket.
A lot of money.
It's very expensive.
Root canals alone are about $6,000. So that'll give you an idea of how much dental services. That's why they only cover certain dental stuff and why we had to pay for our family members, because the services are just that much more expensive.
What's the difference between a cost share and a premium and some of the common terms like that? I know I understand.
So cost share is basically what cost you're paying compared to the cost that Tricare is paying. So that's what that means. Cost share, you're sharing that cost. So say you have a $8,000 procedure and Tricare only pays up to 50% of that. They're going to pay $4,000 of it, but the cost share that you have to pay is going to be the other $4,000. Premium might be that you have to pay a certain amount every month to be able to get covered for their services. You'll pay $50 extra every month or whatever it is to receive those services. Either way, it's more money out of your pocket. So just know they can't charge. You're not paying more than what Tricare is paying for it. So if somebody tries to tell you that $8,000 and you owe $6,000, it's like, nah, bro, I only owe $4,000 because Tricare is covering up to 50% of that cost.
All right, so if you live in the Oconee service areas, you can get care from any licensed dentist or for dental and orthodontic care, right? You might find it easier to see a Tricare Oconee preferred dentist, so basically saying that, okay, it might be easier, and then the money, you might pay less money for that, right? So Tricare Oconee preferred dentist list, so if you use that, they file claims for you, charge you only the cost share at the time of service, complete and submit predeterminations for you before you get complex or costly treatment. All right, it goes in the coverage data. So before enrolling, check DARES to make sure your info is accurate, right? So your enrollment might be rejected if any of the information is missing, or if the information in your request for enrollment doesn't match DARES. So again, it's always important to make sure DARES is updated. DARES plays a major role in trying to get care. A lot of people I've seen before, people don't update DARES, and they get pissed off when they have to come out of town. So you get an update. Right? So in this case, you will have to fix the error and reapply, which could delay your Tricare implant coverage start date. All right. Your effective date of coverage depends on the date United Concordia, which you mentioned before, receives your enrollment application in the first month premium payment. If United Concordia receives them by the 20th of the month, your enrollment will start on the first day of the next month.
So to make that make sense, I know some of y'all say you have BAH or you make rank, you're like wondering when you're going to get that new pay increase. So same thing with DFAST. You had to have it by a certain day of the month on when they're processing all of their transactions, to where if it's after the 20th, then you're going to have to wait maybe to the 15th or 1st of the next month, right? So what it's saying here is it has to be before the 20th of the month for it to start taking it out on the 1st of the next month. That has been on the test too, the 20th day mark. I think 20th day was also mentioned recently today on another Tricare portion. I can't remember what it was, but that 20th has been a reoccurring number.
All right, and these are the ways to enroll, so I give you guys time to look at that. All good? All right, so here are your option plans. When you sign up for the Tricare dental program, you can't cancel your coverage for 12 months. So if you sign up and you decide you don't like it, you can't cancel. After the initial 12 months, your enrollment becomes month to month, and you can cancel at any time.
That's what I was meaning, why you had to have at least 12 months. That was one of the first slides to hit on. It's for that exact reason, because you can't cancel it once those 12 months up. And it acts just like SGLI does. They take it out every 12 months, and then they do the month to month for you.
All right, and these are those who can enroll. So, one active duty family member, one National Guard or Reserve sponsor separated from the family, one National Guard or Reserve family member separated from the sponsor, two or more eligible family members. A National Guard or Reserve sponsor can be included in the family plan. All right, and then the premiums and maximum. Premiums vary based on the sponsor and member status. Premium amounts change each May 1st. So that's on the test too, that I've seen. All right, and then there's the website to go to see the current premium rates right here. All right, the following outlines the maximum coverages the Tricare dental program provides in certain categories. So dental program yearly maximum benefits, $1,500 per enrollee per plan year, May 1st through April 30th for non-orthodontic services. Orthodontic lifetime maximum benefits, $1,750 per enrollee for orthodontic treatment. Accidental yearly maximum benefits, which is $1,200 per enrollee per year for non-orthodontic dental treatment you get due to an accident. And that's it. Any questions?
Is there for, Tricare dental program, is there certain people like remote, like how Tricare, if you're like remote area, where do you get dental care? They just refer you out?
That I am not too sure of.
So they would still, so like for instance, I'm just saying this because this is where I was and that's what it was. You had AP Hill right up the road. It's about an hour away, so it was falling in the Tricare remote category. They got their dental care at our clinic in Dahlgren, so they fell under that Tricare remote for the active duty dental part. But for the Tricare dental program, they were still able to refer their family members out for care, or the active duties would use ADDP for the other services. So yes, if it's an active duty person, they would still fall under some sort of Tricare remote, where basically where the nearest MTF is, they're going to receive dental care there. But they don't have to get charged anything extra. They're still falling under that same category.